When a man begins retaining his seed, the first thing that changes is not his body, and it's not his mind either. The first thing that changes is the way the world reacts to him. People start behaving differently, even though they can't explain why. Conversations feel strange. Eye contact lasts longer. Silence becomes heavier. Respect appears where it didn't exist before, and awkwardness shows up in places where it never used to. This isn't coincidence. This is energy reorganizing itself. Most men move through life leaking their strongest vitality without realizing it. Their nervous system is constantly overstimulated. Their emotions spike easily. Their posture collapses without them noticing. Their presence feels thin, scattered, and unstable. And the world reacts accordingly. People interrupt them, ignore them, talk over them, challenge them for no reason, not because they're bad people, but because their internal state is broadcasting weakness at a level deeper than words. Retention quietly reverses this. The moment your body stops wasting its most powerful resource, something subtle but serious begins to happen. Your nervous system starts to calm down. Your breathing slows. Your movements become more deliberate. You stop rushing without trying to slow down. Your shoulders naturally pull back. Your spine straightens. Your face relaxes. Your eyes stop darting around the room looking for validation. None of this is forced. Your body does it on its own because it finally has enough internal stability to do so. And other people feel this before they consciously notice it. Humans are wired to read nonverbal signals instantly. Long before language, survival depended on sensing strength, calm, and threat through posture, breath, eye contact, and movement. That wiring never disappeared. It's still active in every interaction you have. So when you walk into a room carrying grounded energy, people register it in their nervous system first, not their thoughts. That's why reactions start changing. Some people suddenly become very respectful. They step aside when you pass. They listen more closely. They choose their words more carefully. Others become uncomfortable. They avoid eye contact. They fidget. They talk too much, or say strange things. A few may even feel irritated or threatened without knowing why. None of this has anything to do with what you said or did. It's your presence. Retention increases the density of your energy. You're no longer vibrating at the same scattered frequency as everyone else. Your internal world is slower, steadier, heavier. And when a calm nervous system enters a chaotic environment, it disrupts the rhythm. Your stillness highlights their restlessness. Your calm exposes their anxiety. Your silence forces them to hear their own noise. This is why eye contact becomes so powerful on retention. You're not staring. You're not trying to dominate. You're simply not looking away out of discomfort. And that alone sends a signal most people aren't used to receiving. A calm, steady gaze tells the subconscious, I'm grounded. I'm not afraid. I don't need approval. For someone who lives in mental chaos, that can feel confronting. For someone insecure, it can feel exposing. And for someone with dormant strength, it can feel activating, like something inside them wakes up. Again, you're not doing anything intentionally. Your regulated dopamine, cortisol, and breath are doing the work for you. Micro-reactions start appearing everywhere. Someone adjusts their posture when you approach. Another fixes their clothes when you look at them. Someone else suddenly becomes quiet. Another becomes overly talkative, trying to fill the space your calm creates. These behaviors aren't random. They're nervous systems responding to yours in real time. In ancient cultures, warriors and leaders trained breath control, posture, and internal discipline not just for combat, but for presence. They understood that the man who controls his internal energy controls the atmosphere around him. Retention recreates this ancient effect in a modern world that has forgotten it. Your presence becomes a mirror. People who are secure feel clarity around you. People who are unstable feel discomfort. People who rely on noise, speed, and emotional reactions lose their footing. Their strange behavior is not a problem you create. It's tension they were already carrying, now exposed by your steadiness. Most people today live in constant overstimulation. Their minds jump from thought to thought. Their speech is rushed. Their emotions flare quickly. Their attention is fragmented. Their bodies are trained to react, not reflect. When you're on retention, you exit that pattern. You stop moving at their frantic pace. You don't rush conversations. You don't chase reactions. You don't compete for attention. And that creates contrast. In psychology, when two nervous systems operate at different speeds, the faster one feels pressured to slow down or retreat. Your slower rhythm becomes the dominant one. Others instinctively try to match it. But because they're not used to that level of regulation, their adjustment looks awkward. They hesitate. They misread silences. They overcompensate. This is why conversations feel different. You pause before speaking. You don't rush to respond. And that pause carries weight. It disrupts the usual social script. Someone who relies on fast talking suddenly feels unsure. Someone who uses loudness as confidence starts losing influence. Someone who feeds off emotional reactions doesn't get what they expect from you anymore. You're not trying to be dominant, you're simply not reactive. And non-reactivity is rare. When a man enters a space with controlled energy, something shifts that most people can't explain. Every room has unspoken hierarchies built on noise, tension, and validation games. Retention breaks those structures. You don't announce yourself. You don't perform. You don't seek attention. Yet the atmosphere changes anyway. People sense a new center of gravity. The anxious person becomes cautious. The confident person pays closer attention. Those who depend on external validation feel their influence weaken. Those who value strength feel drawn toward you. And those who are unsure of themselves don't know how to position themselves anymore. This isn't intimidation. It's calm authority. Your nervous system is broadcasting safety, control, and containment, and the human brain is programmed to organize itself around that signal. Groups naturally respond to internal discipline. Leaders throughout history understood this. They trained stillness, breath, and restraint, because they knew true power doesn't shout. Retention builds that power silently. As this shift deepens, people instinctively reposition themselves around you. Some step back, sensing they can't dominate the space anymore. Others step closer, seeking stability from the calm you carry. A few watch you carefully, unsure how to engage with someone who doesn't play by emotional rules they're used to. This is presence disruption. You don't force change. You don't control anyone. You simply become a reference point. And once you do, the environment adjusts itself around you. Your energy sets the tone without effort. Your silence speaks louder than words. Your stillness carries more authority than noise. And the most important part is this: you don't need to explain any of it. The man who retains doesn't convince. He doesn't chase respect. He doesn't demand attention. His body speaks before his mouth ever opens. His calm reaches people at a level logic can't touch. And whether they feel inspired, unsettled, respectful, or challenged, their reaction tells the same truth. Something in you has changed. A man who does not leak his power alters the atmosphere simply by existing in it.